regular League of Legends, League of Legends Arena. So the new Arena game mode finally got added to the live servers, and it's honestly been the biggest breath of fresh air League has received in years. I personally have been waiting for this game mode to come out since it got announced, but sadly us EU scraps can't play on the PvE because of this unbearable ping. So what is the Arena game mode, I hear you ask? Well, Arena is a new 2v2v2v2 game mode which features a multiple round style of gameplay. Now I want you to just think about all the knowledge you have about League. The minions, towers, matchups, objectives, build paths, runes and so on. Now throw all of that shit away. Because in this game mode there are none of the things I just listed. In Arena, before each round there's a preparation phase, in which you'll either get gold which you can buy items with, or choose one of 3 augments which are presented to you. After the preparation phase ends, you're tossed onto one of these 4 maps. Each map is unique and some favor a specific playstyle, which I'll cover later. At the start of the game, each team has 20 HP, but throughout the game, losing rounds makes the team's HP go down. It starts off light with only -2 HP after the first round, but it goes up to -6 and -8 in the later rounds. Later rounds also feature one of these 5 cameo characters as like a mini boss slash objective on the map. The cameo characters can either help you out massively or entirely fuck you over.
Man, I'm gonna break my monitor, I swear!
Each of these cameos also have different features and abilities, which I'll briefly cover. Sett has an HP bar which both teams can damage. If you kill Sett, he throws out his W onto your enemies. Be careful though, because even if you're the one who kills Sett, you can still get damaged by his W. Naafiri and her pack move around the battlefield, and whenever anyone gets in their line of sight, they all jump him and deal a lot of damage. Pyke mainly just sits around and watches the fight, but occasionally he casts his E, dashes to a player which is the furthest away from him, and stuns whoever gets caught by his E. Lux is just a rotating laser. Whenever a player goes close to her laser, she casts her ult, which is honestly in a dire need of a buff. This shit is so slow that I don't even remember getting hit by it even once. Cameo Samira basically works the same as regular Samira. She gains stacks by using her passive on players who are CC'd, and once she stacks her passive up, she ults. There are also these plants scattered around the battlefield on each map. These plants are the main neutral objective you're gonna want to fight for. There's also this cool zone coming in which forces you to fight, which is one of the most original ideas I've seen in any game. Okay, now that we are done talking about how Arena works, I just want to take a second to glaze Riot a bit. It clearly shows how much they worked on the game mode itself and how passionate the team behind the Arena game mode was. But god damn did they go crazy with the marketing. They integrated the whole event pass theme into the Arena game mode, which is sick on itself, but they also released skins, cinematics, music, a battle pass, and a new comic slash fighting game. I just want to take a second to talk about this because this shit is actually so well done that it just actually blew me away. Like they could have just made another story event, which is interactable, just like the Star Guardian one we got last year. But instead of making a dull story event which no one gives a fuck about, they made sure to make something that's unique and fun, something that you will for sure remember. The gameplay is complex and every enemy is unique. You unlock different types of abilities which you can switch around, and every single one of those abilities are useful at some point or another on your journey to defeat Viego. Just take a look at how sick the comic style of storytelling is as well. This shit is just beautiful. Okay, I'm done sucking Riot off. Let's get back to Arena now. So why should you play Arena? Well, let me show you why I find Arena fun, and why I'm sure you will too. First of all, the amount of uniqueness Arena brought to League is very refreshing. I've been playing League for almost 8 years now, and for the past few years it's basically been the same exact shit. An endless grind on Summoner's Rift. ARAM is not fun. And the old game modes which used to be fun and exclusive like Earth? Well, let me show you a visual demonstration of what Riot did to them. They just milked that poor seal dry. Half of the times I don't even know that Earth got added back into the game because of the lack of attention it receives. Seeing Arena get so much love and attention made me remember the good old days when the game modes were actually fresh and fun. I think the main reason I love Arena is because it's not League. Or to phrase it more correctly, it's not Summoner's Rift. I found myself playing champions in this game mode which I haven't touched for 5+ years, like Shyvana, Shaco and Heimerdinger. Even though we have content creators making tier lists and establishing meta, the game still feels fresh. And playing Arena made me realize that even though the only mode which we currently have is ranked, no one really cares about playing Arena competitively. Most of the people, or at least people like me, just want to enjoy a fresh take of a game they fell in love with a lot of years ago. To be honest, I had more fun playing Arena in the first 24 hours of its release than I've had in the past whole year of playing League. I actually managed to clock in 16 games of Arena in the first 24 hours of its release. And the pacing of the mode is just so good that it doesn't exhaust you like Summoner's Rift or ARAM does. Instead, you just wanna queue up more and more and try new combos, builds and champions. And it actually kinda made me remember old League. Back when you weren't restricted on the amount of times you could buy an item. Back when barely anyone knew what to buy, what masteries to go and what runes even were. Okay, I'm done ranting. Now I'll talk about the champs and the builds I love to play in Arena. So mainly there are two types of players you'll meet in Arena. On one hand we've got the for fun players, which mainly focus on having fun and maybe getting a big combo to win the game. And on the other hand we've got these piece of shit players who play the most annoying ass champions and thrive in making their enemies mad. I can't even lie though, playing these piece of shit champs is actually pretty fun. Like just look at this, what counterplay does this even have? There are some champions which are inherently strong in Arena, like Kayle, Swain and Jax. But the combos which I had the most fun with in Arena were Yorick Ivern, Poppy Alistar and AP Kai'Sa and whatever. But theoretically you can play anything in Arena just because of the sheer versatility Augments have. There are some stupid ass Augments which look very weak and dumb, but in certain situations everything can be useful. Just look at how stupid this sled Augment looks on paper. But on a champion like Sett, which needs to get up close and personal with his enemies, this augment is perfect. There's even an augment which powers you up the more you dance. Oh, also you can buy hats in this game, just like some other game you might know. In conclusion, Arena is amazing. I hope I managed to convince at least one of you to hop back on League and try this new game mode out, which you'll have a blast playing. Hell, I know I did. I hope that this isn't just something that Riot will throw away, and instead learn from the positive feedback they got and maybe start adding new game modes or new PvE events, like Odyssey. Anyways, consider liking and subscribing if you've made it this far into the video, and thanks for watching.